Maybe we'll talk about this on the stream today. Maybe we'll chat about this here. Let me save it. Yeah. Maybe we'll chat about this. Save it. All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I really have a strong opinion on the combat in this game though. Like as of right now. It's not like the greatest and it's not like the worst ever. It's fine. It's serviceable. I don't know. It never seemed like the combat was really a strong suit of the game. To be honest, it's one of those weird things where it just works. It gets the job done, but it's not horrible or anything like that. All right, let me get off this very annoying music. All right, I'm gonna be real. I have been like, okay, so for about, I would say roughly, oh man, how many days? Judging by my level, a good amount of days, I have not literally been on my computer. So with that being said, I have just not been playing the game. I mean, I have it on my phone, but I didn't even bother getting on my, like, I didn't bother logging in on my phone. But here I am. I've been playing for the past few days. But like, just logging in, doing dailies and all that. Nothing crazy. I just needed to not be on my computer playing gacha games like us. So I've been doing other stuff. But here I am back 10 days later, like I've never lost. Anyways, I know we have a live stream in about like 5 days, I think 4 or 5 days. So that should be interesting. I don't know what they will reveal, I'll be honest. I assume we got like information about the Porsche and stuff like that during the live stream. And we'll probably have like news about the characters and whatnot. I'm not expecting it to be anything crazy though. I feel like 1.1 is just gonna be kind of a meh patch, right? And then maybe 1.2 will be crazy. And then maybe we'll get like the next character tease in a few, yeah. And we'll see what that means. Now I'm actually interested to see like what is Chaos's gameplay gonna be? That's like what I'm interested in. I'm low-key thinking about having a second account, but it just wouldn't be just for me though. It'd be just because obviously I'm not going for every character, so it'd be nice to have a second account just to see what all the other characters do. Obviously, just for content, right? There's just not like, if I don't get the characters, there's just not a whole lot to be done. So that's my rationale behind it. Oh, 3 minutes? Okay, I guess I do that, but I'll talk for 3 minutes. How are you still re-rolling? Because I am. No, actually I'm not re-rolling. I already have my main account, but it's just purely for fun. See, the one thing I really like about re-rolling is that, like, so like NCE, here's the thing about NCE, right? NCE is a just chatting game for the most part. So like what I like about that is just means that anything I do, as long as I talk about NCE or I just have it on the screen, I can kind of just do whatever I want, right? And like for me, like the re-rolls was really nice because it allows me to like just have good conversation with you guys and just play the game at the same time. But genuinely, if I wasn't like doing re-rolls, I would just probably be, I don't know, driving around playing Persona music. And that's pretty much it. Nothing like interesting, really. I don't see how it's fun, but you know what? I don't judge. Oh, it's definitely fun. Like, the thing is about here's the thing about re-rolls, right? It's like, because it's so autopilot, like, it's really fun for me during streams because I can, again, play and then talk to you guys at the same time. right? And that's like kind of why I did it for as long as I did it for. To be fair, there's a lot of gacha games when you're not doing main story content. Yeah, but the thing is like, I say like NCE is a better just chatting game because at least there's just more to do in the game, right? For like idle wise, there's just more idle stuff to do in the game. So it feels better as a just chatting game. And that's when I say just chat, I mean gacha games, right? It feels better as a just chatting game compared to other ones. Like for instance, if I'm playing Genshin, I'm probably doing the custom games, right? In the Milash or whatever. If I'm playing Withering Waves, I'm probably running like Tower of Ascension or whatever it's called. I forget the name. Over TOA, right? Over and over again. Because there really isn't anything to do in that game either. Or excuse me, echo farming. Running around collecting echoes. Which is honestly pretty lame, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because you don't get enough tuners in that game, bruh. You just don't get any tuners. Get level 10 fishing is peak idle gameplay. You're right, it is peak idle gameplay. And that's why I'm not doing it. But the thing is that fishing is bad in every game, though. It's not just like an NCE case. It's like every game has bad fishing. I just don't think they could ever make fishing fun, to be honest. So, like, here's the question, right? Should they just not have it in the first place? Like, if they can't make fishing fun, should they just not have it in the first place, to be honest? Right? Just, like, remove it altogether. Just don't do this in future games. Because, like, low-key, it's just a waste of time, to be honest. Like, there's just a few amount of players that would enjoy it. And it's just such a waste, bro. It'll be like that. Closest game to fun fishing was web fishing, but that's a completely different genre. Yeah, which, again, has nothing to do with gacha games or whatever. But as like for gacha games, as like a thing you do in the mini game, wow, they just kicked me out. I just got the last bit I needed for the claim. What the heck? That's so lame. But yeah, I've never heard of web fishing though. Maybe I'll do the story quests today. The last one I haven't did yet. Because, I don't know if I said this before, I do like NC's story quite a bit. It's not like a story that's deep, or whatever the case may be, but it's a story that's pretty fun. Pretty fun story. That's kind of all I really want in a story anyways. I don't want it to be deep. I feel like if NC had a deep story, I would probably enjoy it a lot less, to be honest. Personally. I'd probably enjoy it a lot less. Finally got level 40 today, so yeah, that's something. Dang. Wait, so are you free to play, or are you like a refresh or whatever? Because I have not. To be fair, there's like a lot of quests I haven't done, and I like missed a day. No, not days, bro. I missed like, man, because like I technically didn't start on this account till like 3 days after, like 3 days after the launch of the game. So like 3 days after the launch of the game is like when I started playing on this account. And, like, technically, that's, like, 10 days. That's technically, like, 10 days, bro. Right? So, 10 days of, like, no dailies, no like, stamina claims, right? For the content in the game to get your XP. Bro, I missed, like, 10 days. That's crazy. I don't refresh, but I do spin. True, true. Where has bro been? Bro, I've been watching anime. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I've been watching so much anime, dude. Oh, my goodness, bro. Honestly, no, I'm not even like, I wasn't even burnt on an NCE. I was just kind of like, burnt out on gacha games. So I just wanted to go watch some anime, and that's what I've been doing for the past like 10 days. Oh, and spending time with family too. I spent a lot of time with family. We had like Mother's Day that passed by recently, and then I was just like, you know, spending more time with family as well. I did get the BP bundle though, purely for the Nanoli banner. Wait, there's a thing for it? I'm gonna buy it too, but what's in it? Oh, you did it for like the resources, right? The pools and stuff? Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. Is it really like, is it good value? Bro, let me move my camera out the way, bro. I mean, this is standard, right? This is standard practice. Oh, shoot. Togito. I mean, is it? I don't guess it is Togito, but it's an otter. What is this here? Imprint of time. Oh, this right here, the name card. This looks cute. You know, it'd be cool if it played music. Although I assume the lobby music is gonna stay the same, right? I do wonder if they're gonna change. Are they going to change the lobby menu from Nanily to a different character? Because Nanily's banner is gone. We have Hotori now. Will they ever change it to a different character? Let me claim this before I do this. I wouldn't say the upgraded one is to be honest, but hey, the normal one is, in my opinion. To be honest, it's never valuable to spend any money on these games. Let's be honest, right? It's never valuable to spend any type of money on these games. But we do it because we like doing it, right? I would never say it's ever valuable. Nice Sue. I have so many of these, by the way. I assume all of you are just like using these at this point. I think I was going to save for Lacrimosa, which I will be going heavy on because I did spin. I have spent because we are sponsored. Not this stream, but we're sponsored in general. For some NTE spending, so that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. That's also where I've been. I've been dealing with that as well. And I've been, you know, it's kind of annoying sometimes because of time zones and stuff like that when dealing with sponsors. So, yeah, I was just kind of zoned out. I know I haven't uploaded either. And I had a video ready to go, but I kind of waited on it as well. Oh, yeah, speaking of videos. So, we're gonna maybe not this stream, but maybe next stream. Which I need to okay, so we have the live stream in 5 days, right? We have the live stream for NC in 5 days. Or 4 days, whatever it is. For 1.1. I want to stream that. So I will be streaming that live, like a co-stream whatnot. And that should be fun. I'm excited for it. I just like having something to do. Right, I like having a reason to stream, so that should be fun. Well, let me bring back my webcam because I'm not doing anything else. I'm gonna save them for highest level domains. Oh, the stamina pots. Yeah, that's kind of what you do at every one of these games, right? You save it for when you get to the end game. I always feel like it never really mattered though, but I mean, if you're not playing like religiously, it does make more of a difference, I guess. Because you're not really looking to progress as soon as possible. So yeah, that would be me as well. I would do the same thing. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I want to go there. I didn't track it though. Yo, what's up? How you doing? Depending on 1.2 has, I might unironically go for Chaos's skin. Wait, whoa. Whoa. Do we know anything about that? Or is that leaks? I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything about that. What the heck? Wait, but we've seen so we know Lacrimosa skin, right? We've seen it, yeah? We've seen it in the CBT and stuff. Every banner has a skin. I thought it was like already leaked or something. I was like, whoa. I'll be honest, like I am in the NTE creator thing. But like low key, I'll be completely honest, dude. I feel like I could go without being in it. I feel like I could go without being in it. I'm gonna be honest. Cause like I just don't like guys. I don't even do videos on any creator stuff, dude. I could go without being in it. So like maybe I'll leave. Maybe I'll find a way to leave, and then we could just talk about all this nonsense. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like I ever really do anything with it. You know what I mean? Okay. I like how set and forget this is, to be honest. It's very nice. Restock. Also, what have you been saving for? I know like a lot of people are saving their funds. What are we saving for? Are we saving for like cars and stuff? Maybe the Porsche collab if it's not pay to win? Are we saving for the Porsche collab if it's not pay to win? Because I guess we don't know if it is pay to win or not, right? I don't know if this game even has leaks. I would imagine the game does have leaks. And it probably does have quite a few that I'm not going to say. Yo, sometimes it just pops up on your feed, bro. Sometimes you could be just watching some random video from a JP player, and then leaks just pop up on your feed. Like, guys, have you guys seen the... Okay, I can talk about this. Have you seen all of the Anata leaks that pops up? I've seen so many Anata leaks. Obviously, because I look at a lot of NTE content. But I've seen so many Anata leaks. It's insane. The game looks gorgeous, by the way. Here's the truth, right? Here's the truth about Anata right now. Low key, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, even though these two games like play differently, low key the world of Anata looks kind of like looks a little bit crispier. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The world of Anata looks a little bit crispier, and I think that's just because of the way it's like the way it's like how it is graphically. It just looks a little more crispier. Like, this world looks great though. Don't get me wrong. This world looks gorgeous. But it low-key looks pretty crispy. But we'll see. I'm going to play both, though. I'm excited. That's, like, my #1 game right now. And I guess maybe Silver Palace, too. But I'm so worried, bro. We don't even know what that gacha system is going to be. I'm so worried, bro. We don't know what the gacha system is going to be for Silver Palace. It has me low-key nervous. Anata looks good. I just don't know how much I'm a fan of Yakuza type combat. Yeah, the combat is definitely slower, right? The combat is slower. Like, the combat here is like, you know, medium fast paced. The combat there is like slower. It's a little like slower, heavier. So like your inputs matter a lot more because there is inputs. There is no inputs with this game, right? There's no inputs. You can just throw stuff and it works. Did I get this? Why is it? Oh, I didn't get it. Yeah, I haven't, like, completed anything around the map. Oh, what the freak? This is a fake one. I totally forgot this game really be like that. I'll probably give it a shot and see how it goes. Yeah, you can't go wrong with trying the game out, honestly. Like, the worst you could say is, hey, the game's not for me, and just stop playing the game. You know what I mean? I suggest everyone give a game, you know, a fair try. You know, you go in, play the game, don't spend any money. If the game is nice, you know, you keep playing. If you want to spend money, you spend money. Right? The good news is, you know, with these free-to-play games, right? These free-to-play games, you know what I mean? Like, you can't go wrong with just installing and trying it out. Right? Like, if you don't spend money, you can still enjoy the game for what it's worth. It's just that, unfortunately, some games, it feels like if you spend money, you get some more enjoyment out of it. But with NC, I don't feel like that is the case. I feel like you just spend money because you just like the game, I guess. I guess the only thing you could spend money for is, like, the outfits. And then, like, if you really want to get something sooner rather than later, like some of the cars and stuff. Other than that, like, I mean, what are you spending money for? You know what I mean? Yeah, this is free. It's not like you waste any money, so that's, like, the good news. Alright, I think we're gonna do like a few hotori rerolls. Like I said, I'm saving for Lacrimosa right now because she's my most wanted character. I actually wanted her way more than Natalie. So I'm saving for Lacrimosa right now. You can see I did top up because I am a loser. So I topped up. We are going to, like, farm. I'll probably farm off camera for this account because I want to have a lot of pulls for Lacrimosa. Now, I'm currently at pity though. But if you go and look at the board here, like, literally, I'm dancing on Hotoris. If I just tap this one time, there's a very good chance I'm landing Hotori, and I don't want this character. But that's a no-no. I heard that in Silver Palace, you can't jump. Some people complaining, waste of jump. Well, there's no jump in Silver Palace? There's no jump in Silver Palace? What the heck? There's no jump button? Oh, that's gonna feel so weird. Here's what I hate about games with no jump. Yo, they gotta add a jump button, bro. They got to. I jump around all the time because I play on, like, if you play on console, if you play excuse me, not console. You play on PC, like, low key, not having a jump button is crazy. Like, if you play on PC, it's normal to just tap your spacebar just for fun, right? Like, okay, I played Overwatch, right? And I played a lot of Genji. it's just natural that I just tap my spacebar like 24/7 because like you double jump with that character in Overwatch. So like I'm always tapping my spacebar. So if I'm playing a game and the spacebar has no function, it probably has a function, not jumping though. I'm gonna crash out, bro. It's gonna feel so clunky. It's gonna feel so clunky, and like my brain, bro, I might have ADHD or something, but like my brain isn't gonna register with it. It's gonna suck. No jump, RIP, yeah, RIP, dead on arrival, bro. Also, going back to the skin thing, I'm not gonna lie, the current gacha skins don't interest me too much. Wait, the skins for the like hotori and stuff? Low key, I think the skins are nice. But here's the good news, right? The good news is with skins in this game, I know you said gacha, right? I know you said gacha. But there's so many skins you just get for free, right? You get this one for free. And then you get this one for free, right? And then this one you can get for free. When I say for free, right? Like you pay for it with fonts. But you know, it's at least you can get it without spending money, right? And then like same with mint. Like actually all of our skins are free, right? And then, you know, like it's nice. W skin, by the way, this one's good. This one's so good. I like the casual wears for the characters, right? And like it fits really nice in NTE because of how the world is designed. This looks so good, dude. Wow. You gotta give Haniel a skin though, bro. Give her a skin. What if NTE was like, guys, we're gonna drop some gacha skins? Like you said gacha skin, but like what if like okay, what I mean is like gacha skins, bro. So like what if you go into the fair and then there's a whole different banner for skins, dude? Oh man, that would be crazy, bro. And like the skins they have are the craziest. Like okay, so like if any of you have played Rivals is so easy to say, but if any of you have played Withering Waves and there's like that Jinsei skin, right? For Jinsei and Withering Waves that's like really good. Like imagine they have that level of skin design for a skin and you could like roll in it on a banner or something like that. Let me not give ideas. But bro, if they want to make money, do it, bro. Just make it 100% like everything else, you know? But I don't think they will though, because we already have incentives for like rolling on the banner, right? So like it would like conflict with what we have already. I don't think they would unless they make it like super good. Make it super good and then like again, you know, make it its own banner. Then I think that would be more of an incentive to go for it. I'm giving them ideas, bro. Listen, we're playing a game where like literally you can go in and not spend a dime ever, right? And get more enjoyment than you would out of any other game. You know what I mean? I'm giving them ideas, bro. They need to make money. And skins is like the easiest way without really making players mad or at least too mad. You swiped? Yeah, I swiped, bro. If we go here. Yeah, I swiped quite a bit. Ooh. Not because we're sponsored, bro. That's why I swiped. We're sponsored. And it's not here though, not the streams, but in the videos, and it'll be the future videos. So W sponsor. That's why we swiped. But I'm not gonna tell you guys go and spend money. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give you guys any links or anything like that. Also, what's your Nanily dupes at? I'm still at A2 Nanily, unfortunately. Oh, I'm still at A2 Nanily, unfortunately. Man, I'm so sad. Like, this hurts me. This hurts me way more than you could imagine, bro. Because, like, I literally said I was going to go crazy. And to be honest, listen, bro. I went crazy, right? Like, crazy when I was doing the rerolls, too. But I went crazy, like, with the amount of rerolls I was doing. And, like, at a certain point, I was sitting there rerolling, like, off camera. And I was like, dude, is this even worth it? Because, like, when you reach 100, right? 100 accounts. At that point, you have to accept that it's just not meant to be. You have to accept that it's not meant to be, right? And I realized that a little later than I should have. And I know you guys were telling me. I know you guys were telling me, like, dang, bro, you still re-rolling? Toshi, you re-roll still, bro? The game has been out for a week. Yeah, I know. And I didn't listen to any of your warnings, and here I am. Here I am, bro. Forced to keep this account, dude. This account's so mid. In what team does Edgar perform well? like any team, I guess. Right? Like you can just throw him in any team. So like I have a friend that just likes using Edgar with any team, any character, because they love Edgar, right? Like the thing is about this character is that you never die, right? So like if you like that, right? Because like you maybe play Genshin Impact where you have Zhongli, you just never die. That's like his thing. You just if you have this character in your team, you just won't die. He doesn't have like a revive or anything like that, as far as I'm concerned, but you just won't die. It's just so much healing, right? And his HP, like, so he scales on HP. So like you reach 50k HP with some okay gear or whatever, and then like you have so much HP. So like if you're like panicking and stuff like that because you don't want to dodge, right? And then you're getting hit by something, you throw him out in the field. He'll tank the damage for you, and just try to get your ult again and just use it, right? He's very nice. I like that a lot. You kind of got held back. To miss 2 million from Pink Paul Heist. Yeah, but like here's the thing though. Like I mentioned before, it doesn't bother me, right? Like I know as crazy as that sounds, I'm missing a lot of fawns, right? It just doesn't bother me. I know that's crazy, bro. Like I should be like, my heart should have sank when you told me that I lost 2 million fawns. But like it just doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, bro. You know what I mean? But that's just me though, and that's because like I don't know. Okay, you know what bothered me more than anything else? Wait, is this a character you go to with Nanalie and she gives you something? Oh, this is a store. Never mind. This is the one from the story quest, right? This is the one from the story quest. Oh wait, no, this is. Yeah, there's like an Easter egg. If you go to this character around the like the world, you like. It's like a little thing with Nanalie. I don't think I would ever join the Kaluchis though. I'm not that weird. Like Nanalie reminds me of Fischl a lot. If you know Fischl from Genshin Impact. Edgar performs in any team, but he does not perform at all well, I fear. Yeah, and so the thing is like you have to ask yourself, right? Like, what do you want out of NCE, right? Do you want a super duper crazy try-hard sweaty team to clear content? Or do you want to have an experience where you get to play the characters you want to play, right? So like, that's why like I never really ever want. Okay, so I literally have a video that is waiting to be uploaded, but I'm waiting on this freaking sponsor to get back to me. Let me see if they actually got back to me real quick. Okay, I'm still waiting on them to get back to me. But long story short, like the thing is with NCE, right? And a lot of you have already experienced this, bro. You're seeing people clear the in-game content with like 3 characters, right? You're seeing people clear the in-game with 3 characters, bro. Like, and we're like 2 weeks into the game. The game just came out, or 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks, roughly 3 weeks. But we saw this like a week ago, right? People were already clearing the in-game contents so easily. And maybe those players are like, spenders, refreshers and whatnot. But like, that will be you at some point. So you don't have to go crazy, right? With like, what's the best optimization of your teams and characters and best dupes to get. Just, play the game how you want. And I'm not trying to sit here and, bash any of you or get, make you feel some type of way because, this is the way I, view how you should play the game and whatnot. No, not even the slightest. If you want to play that way, you can play that way, but that's why like I don't recommend anything really. It's just do whatever you want. If you ask me like a direct question like, yo, Toshi, what is the best character in the game? I'm gonna say Sakiri. But like I won't be like, okay, yo, you should go get Sakiri if you don't have her, right? If you don't want her, you don't have to get her. You know what I mean? Currently on wait, what? 2 million fawns from Pink Paul's Heist. Because you get so much from Pink Paul's Heist, right? You get a ton. I just haven't been doing it, but I heard like okay. So here's the thing too, and I'll read your comment in a second, Meow. So I heard like a lot of people don't like Pink Paul's Heist, like they hate the mode, and I feel like if you do something so many times, you're gonna get tired of it eventually. And like for a lot of people, that's Pink Paul's Heist. So like, okay, what could they do? Okay, so this is what I said before, right? I said with Pink Paul's Heist, and I kind of had this similar issue, but I felt like they needed to make it harder. Is that weird? I'm saying that. I feel like they need to make it harder, right? They need to make it like actually challenging, and just make it more fun. I feel like right now it's not as fun and as challenging as it could be. Right now, for a lot of people, it's a grind. You go in, you try to get as much money as you can using the most optimal routes and whatnot, and then that's the content. That sounds very lame to me. And if you're doing this on a weekly basis, that's even worse, right? So I feel like they need to change it. And maybe they'll address it next patch, right? Maybe they'll address the next patch. Every 2 weeks, people on highest refreshes, and you can get 1 mil. Currently, week 2 right now. So if you rushed on time, you should have gotten 2 mil refresh. Yeah, I literally have not done it at all. So yeah, I'm so behind on Fawns, and it is what it is, right? Cheese is kind of wild. So yeah, Cheese is actually insane. But okay, so my thing is with Cheese is I hate how that character plays, right? But let's just do something while I can yap here. I hate how Cheese plays. And like, listen, she has probably at this point with this skin, bro. This skin is gorgeous. Oh, I don't have her. I don't have her, but let me see if I can show her because I go to outfits, right? Her Bond 10 is so good, man. This is an amazing outfit. Holy moly, this is the best outfit in the game, dude. But I don't like how this character plays. But you know what? There is 2,000 other contents I can use her in that has nothing to do with, you know, like, you know, in-game content or whatever. But dude, this outfit is just so good, dude. I can't. I'm kind of addicted to Pink Paul's height. Pink Paul got the wheelchair and the MC skin. Wait, do you like? Wait, so can you use the wheelchair for races? Is that a thing you can use for races or no? What am I doing? I'm looking for. Yeah, see, I have not done a lot of stuff in the game yet. Because I was, like, kind of saving it. So, like, I want to do, like, all of the horror anomalies, like, at a certain stream. I don't know if it's going to be the next stream. Because I haven't really planned stuff out. But I want to do a lot of the horror anomalies. After hobbies. Races. Or should we do something? No, let's do races. This is fun, bro. I like doing this a lot. No online battles because my car sucks. Oh, man. I'm gonna get rolled. Let's just do one we already done before. Yeah, you can, but it sucks. Oh, what was I don't even know what I was talking about again. Oh, I'm already out of time. Cool. 40 miles per hour. The car is so bad. See, I have to ask you guys, like, so, like, why do you watch me, right? Like, I'm so behind you guys, right? I'm so far behind. You guys have progressed so far past me at this point. I'm quite literally a noob. Like, you look at me and I'm just like someone who does, I look like I'm new to the game. I'm a new player. I'm a new player. Oh yeah, by the way, to anyone that just hopped into the stream, we're gonna be live with the live stream coming up in a few days or whatever. I think is it Friday or Saturday? When's the live stream? Friday or Saturday? Whenever it is, we're gonna be live streaming that. So if you want to hop in whenever that is, I'll be up. If it's in the morning, I'll be up. If it's not, then I'll be there for it. I'm excited for it. They're gonna probably reveal some Porsche stuff and whatnot, right? The obvious stuff, and then maybe we'll see like some teeth. Okay, so like, okay, here's what I want. I'll make like a bingo sheet and all that, like I did last time for the 1.0 stream. I want to see the Porsche. I want to see like a new quest. Bro, please make a new boss. If I don't see like a new anomaly boss, I'm gonna crash out, bro. Like, and I mean like a scary one, bro. Make it like I forget his name. The one bird that you have to go up to the sky. It's like on top of the theater. The one bird on top of the movie theater. Give me that again. That was so nice, bro. I want something like that again. Oh, this one actually failed. Can we do this one? Let's do this one here. Oh my gosh. Saturday, I think. I watched for the vibes. Yeah. Here for the vibes. Okay, see, I'll be up for it then. I'm excited though. I'm so excited. Let's get it. I haven't raced in a while. How do I drift again? Okay, there we go. I was watching some JP player drift or something like that, bro. They did some weird mess. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so here's what they did. They like, I'm gonna do it and restart real quick. They was like this. If you want a clean drift, they did something like that. And I was like, what the freak? It was low-key so clean. It was actually so clean. I was like, okay, there's actually a little bit of a skill curve to the driving. Do you mean Swallowtail in a theater for the yeah, that the Nestbound bird? Yeah, that one. That one was like on top of the theater, not inside, on top. That one was nice. I like that one a lot. The scary one, right? With the weird looking like doll like face. It reminded me of some of like the mobs from like Alice Madness Returns. If you ever heard of that game. Very creepy design. Also, like, the atmosphere of the area is very nice, too. So, I want more of that. That's why when they said, guys, we revealed 2 new bosses, I was like, are you serious? These bosses are already in the game. I was like, these bosses are already in the game, dude. There's one racetrack with a bunch of loops. Oh, really? So, okay, so that's where, like, you're gonna have to know what you're doing when it comes to, like, the mechanics and stuff. So, like, okay, what if they expect you to eventually, like, get better with the mechanics of the driving, and they don't actually, like, tweak the driving system? You bastard. Bro, the NPCs are bastards in this game. These NPCs are bastards. Because, like, what do you mean he just does that to me? Bastards. Okay, so, like, the reason why I wasn't here for, like, the past 10 days, because obviously I went MIA, is because I was watching anime. Guys, I wanted to catch up on anime so bad, and I watched, like, dude, I watched a bunch, I'm not gonna lie. So, first of all, I started and finished Deadman Wonderland, which I haven't, surprised I haven't seen it all this time. And so Deadman Wonderland, right? And, like, I wanted something a little bit, like, horror-like, because, you know, like, NCE, right, got me into like, horror stuff again. So, like, at least, like, not scary movies, but, like, horror anime and horror, like, games and stuff like that. So, like, I wanted to, like, watch something scary. And, like, low-key, that game, like, that anime was scary at first, but it's not scary later on. But, it's kind of good. It was kind of good. I feel like the only issue I had with Deadman Wonderland was that it was too short. Like, I would kill for a season 2. Because I liked Shiro as a character. And then the opening for that anime slapped, bro. Actually, top 10 openings of all time, no lie. Like, a good metal theme is actually killer for an anime. Am I wrong for saying that? Like, a good metal theme? Like, think of, like, Chainsaw Man, right? Chainsaw Man's opening is so good, bro. And I know it's not like metal, but, you know, like, any form of, like, rock is good. There's this one painful quest. I'm gonna read the one painful quest that forces you to learn how to drift because the car sucks. Wait, that sounds like something you would do in Simpsons Hit and Run, right? So like the game will like force you to like use the most unusable car for like a race. You would be driving like a school bus, and you would have to race like a Corvette. It's actually criminal, bro. But those are the types of, like, races and stuff that, like, you want to have, though. You know what I mean? Like, those... I know it's, like, obviously not, like, story mode, but, like, you want to have those types of races, though. That's what makes the game more fun, you know? Because you're like, okay, how can I maneuver around this course and beat this guy with this school bus, right? How can I do it with this wheelchair? Now, obviously, I know the wheelchair is, like, statted, but, like, how can I do it with this horrible car that's not made for racing? You know what I mean? Like you want that. That's like nice. But I understand like with like NTE's mechanics is probably not that fun, is it? It's probably not that fun. Yeah, satisfying when you actually win. It's so satisfying. And that's like one of the nice things about NTE's like gameplay loop, right? So like you don't just win when it comes to like pulling characters, right? Because obviously there's no 50-50. But like you can win in other ways, right? So like if you do the rhythm game and you actually get a good score in it, I don't know who is getting a good score in it because that mess is like AIDS, bro, for me. But if you get a good score in it, that's pretty satisfying, right? If you get if you get like all the races done and whatnot, like that's pretty satisfying. And I feel like the gameplay loop for this game is like really nice because of that. It's just there's like a lot more to like, succeed at versus getting characters and leveling them up and gearing them and doing the beyond the rails, right? There's much more to the game than that, which is very nice. It's a nice change. And speaking of, that's actually going to be in the next video. Not this one, but the one after was the gameplay loop. W gameplay loop. I only hope that they make the game harder, though. For, like, the mini game stuff like that. Like, make more challenging parts. And then, like, just add more to it. Also, I don't know what type of, like... Obviously, they could do anything at this point. But I don't know what they could do for a future like, content. Because, like, I can't think of anything at this point, to be honest. Everything I would imagine you would have is there already. I guess more haunted events will be nice, but that's not like a content you can do like on a weekly basis. So like more options for the weekly content would be nice as well. And then like, okay, they need to at a certain point make it to where not like all of them. Okay, make it to where not all of them is like one is way better to farm than the others. But make it like to where each one is fun in its own way for different players. You know what I mean? Because like right now, I kind of only enjoy the races. But then there's like the other ones I want to like obviously get good at, like the rhythm game and whatnot. And that's kind of like a... The fishing is horrible, by the way. They need to take the fishing and throw it. Take it out the game. Axe it. Axe the fishing. It's horrible in its current form. Beyond the rails isn't even hard. It's just the enemies are way too tanky. But so the thing is, it's like man, if you played any gacha game launch, right? Like this is brought up every time a new game comes out, right? Like you get to the end game where you're not really at a point where you should be doing the end, like you should be doing the end game, but you get there anyways, and then the content is just like the enemies are giga tanky, right? Like you're like it's like you're hitting a brick wall. You're not really doing much. You know what I mean? And when you finally clear it, it's because you just reached the next like milestone for your account progression, right? And that's the thing is like we low key like a lot of people progress through the game really, really, really fast. So when you get to the end game, the end game, right? It just feels like it's the enemies are way too. Now, to be fair, okay, to be completely fair, Arknight's Infield had that issue where the enemies were way too tanky, right? So like if any of you played in like at least, oh man, I don't know if any of you are beta players for Arknight's Infield, but if you played in the beta, the enemies in the beta were 10 times tankier than the launch of the game, bro. Like the enemies were so tanky, bro. Literally, oh my god, bro. I remember. There was one enemy I was hitting in Arknight's Infield with like the limited banner character, and I'm just wailing on him for like an hour, bro. I'm just wailing on him. And the thing is with Arknight's Infield, right? The thing is with Arknight Infield, when you have like, wow, he just straight up ran into something. I know I cut him off. That's my fault. In Arknight's Infield, like when you're not playing a team that like feels good to play, which I don't even like the combat system in that game, to be honest. Right? Like, and at least like when you don't have a good build for your characters, you just don't do any damage. And then like and then like you just don't ever have skills because like you're always out of you're always out of skill points in that game. At least like early on. And then another issue too is that if you play a character like the like Lei, right, which was the first banner character, you just never had ult. you never had ult on the character. Like like literally you could go through like 5-10 fights and then you just never have like you still don't have ult. It's like what the heck, dude. Now that changes when you get gear and stuff, but like you just didn't have ult. What is this, bro? This is the story quest, by the way. Do we do it? Should we just do it? I was gonna do some rerolls, and maybe I'll do some rerolls, but should we just do this? Is it the story quest? Quest. Yeah, should we do it? Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it until like I don't feel like doing it anymore. I just continue talking. I've seen people clear in-game already with low 50 characters in NC, yeah. And that's because like so like the jump you get from 40 to 50 is like crazy, right? But man, like so we have a lot of time anyways. I don't feel like there's even a rush to get there at this point. We have so much time to clear it before it resets. Like I'm not really crying over it right now, to be honest. Okay, I don't think I heard anything about these quests, so I'm curious to see how good it is. I'm going into this now without knowing what these quests like are, or how they are, how good they are. I don't know anything about this. All I've seen is like the one girl with like the flower in her eye. So like if you so like I feel like they do that design quite a bit in gacha games, right? Where you have that, like, you have the girl with the flower in her eye. I don't know, like, it probably has a name, but you see that quite a bit. But I feel like whenever they do it in games, it just looks so good, right? I feel like the flower in the eye just looks so good. It just always looks so good. It's such a nice, like, design. Yeah, I'm kind of dry. I'm waiting for Hunter 45 now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Are you like max refreshing every day? I assume you are, yeah? Did you turn the sound off? No, is the sound off? Oh, wait, hold on. It's not loud enough, is it? Okay. Hold on. My sound is not up for NCE. I have voices down, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it down when I get back into the game. This is low-key creepy though. So far, at least. I was gonna do this off stream. I'm being honest.
Can't even chill this morning. All of us can skip beauty sleep and still be beautiful like that woman.
Oh, by the way, did everyone here summon for Hotori or no?
My apologies.
I imagine most people got Hotori, right?
Someone else.
Like, she has a good design. I don't care for her personally, but she has a good design. So I imagine most people got her.
Take it away, dump it. I don't care.
And then, like, pooling is fun in this game, right? So, like, why not? Pooling is very fun.
I don't see you getting excited about bringing customers over, and you're bringing JTF to the shop? You kids better not have stirred up trouble again. Here's what happened.
There's a very good bundle in the shop. Give you 10 of the stamina potion thingies. Wait, really? Oh, like paid? I'll check it out.
We'll have to leave the shop for a while.
If I need it, I'm gonna get it. For sure.
Well, the business of the BAC matters
Most likely during Lacrimosa's banner. If I need it though, I'll get it.
BAC will compensate for missed working hours for precious death.
I got her W, bro. W.
Included.
Of course, the BAC will provide reasonable compensation for losses incurred from taking
Honestly, her time stop skill is so cool. So like I watched this video like on Twitter,
The shop isn't closing for the
and like the train was like about to hit her, and then like as it was about to hit her, she just like snapped her finger or something like that, and just like I was like, that's actually so sick. That was so sick. And then everyone was doing like the Jotaro meme. I was like, bro, this is insane. This is so cool. Like that thing is like having that in an open world game is just so cool. It's so cool. I know like Wuthering Waves does a few things with their characters in an open world, but like NCE just feels different right now with like the two characters we have. Like the Nanalie like running on the walls is so cool. And then like right now it's buggy. I don't know if the bug still exists since like I've stopped playing the game. But like there's a bug if you go on the wall like and you like plunge, you can fly across the map. Again, I don't know if it's still in the game though. They've been fixing a lot of bugs lately. I don't even think it's a bug, but it's like an unintended feature, basically. She's time stomping like Dio? Yeah, like Dio. The world! I'm not gonna say it in Japanese because it's so cringe, bro. I feel like my pronunciation of Japanese is horrible, which by the way, I feel like I need to get better at it. Because I need to... So, like, a dream of mine is always to, like visit Japan and potentially, like, live there. But, like, me not knowing the language kind of sucks. And I feel like my pronunciation, like, of anything I know is horrible. My stuttering is pretty bad. Not right now, it's bad, but that's bad, and I feel like I just suck at pronunciation a lot of the time. That's why I script my videos, bro. Okay, I don't like when games do this. Because I have to do this. Oh yeah, it's louder now, but I feel like it's fine. It's not that loud actually. It's louder, but it's not that loud. What the heck? This is a dino. Little baby dino. Or is it a dino? It's a lizard or whatever. It's got some big eyes. Oh, I just bumped into him. What if I hit him? Oh, it does nothing. What a weird looking creature. Which reminds me, what if they give us pets in this game? That'd be cool. I would actually like to have a pet in this game. Yeah, it's a lizard. Looks like a dino though. Like a little baby dino. It's cute though. I would like it. Oh wait, we're going into that room. So like okay, so like one time I went, like if you go to the room before this quest or whatever, you can't go in there because like some lady is blocking it. And like I was wondering what was behind that room. Because like sometimes if you go back to where you started from in a game, there's like an Easter egg or something, right? Like in Honkai Star Rail, there was like this whole thing if you go back, you get like an achievement and stuff like that. So I did it just out of pure curiosity. And it was just some room you couldn't get into, and I was like, okay, well, cool.
She only asked for me, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind another one, especially one who's such a good kid.
You mean I don't have to go with you?
Don't worry. The containment level needs your expertise more.
Okay, so okay, if you really like Hotori, and she calls you a kid, doesn't that just make you sad?
Just head back. Don't wait for me.
Like if you like Hotori and she just calls you a kid, doesn't that make you sad?
Conference doesn't set a new record for length.
Your waifu just called you a kid.
When I first came to the bureau, Mint
Kagito walking behind you in the open world, that'd be sick. Oh my oh my god, they need to do it. And okay, for the first one you get that everyone gets for free, make it Tagido. Oh my god. People are going to crash out. People are going to crash. Oh wait, it's just a training room.
Your safety is guaranteed.
Wait, is this a training room? I mean, it is, but not like... The heck? People will crash out if the first pet you get is Tagito. That's crazy. That's crazy. Speaking of, by the way, so like, okay, I imagine in the 10 days I haven't been streaming, right? In the 10 days I haven't been streaming, I assume quite a bit of people have quit the game. And that's like pretty normal, right? Like, that's pretty normal for any game. Because like at that point, people that play in the game will figure out that the game is not for them. So that was kind of me with Art Knight's Infield. Although I think I played Art Knight's Infield for a little bit longer than that. I think I played all the way until the end of... No, take that back. I played until like the start of Gilberto's banner. So around the same time. I feel like 2 to 3 weeks is a good enough time to feel like whether or not a game is a game you want to play long term. Right? Because at that point, if you're playing like pretty consistently, pretty regularly, you're clearing all the content the game has to offer. And look at Chaos. Who's that on the right side?
Allow me to introduce our guests. These are anomaly hunters from Avon Antique Shop. Daffodil, who witnessed the suspect in the puppetization case, and the appraiser, who has keen perception of anomalies.
I can't believe people have said that this character looks like freaking Florin from Genshin Impact. That disappointed me. I was like, bro, where's the resemblance in that?
We'll be relying on the court's support for intel.
Oh, this is Blackbird, right?
Blackbird was unable to attend today's meeting in person, so I'll be covering for her. Greetings to the people of Avon.
Lavinia.
Now that everyone's here,
I mean, I don't like her design, but she's cool. She alright. She alright.
It was around 7:30 in the morning. I saw the delivery person place the package.
It is kind of weird hearing Daffodil talk, though.
She approached me for my signature, saying she was in a hurry for the next
It
delivery.
is a little weird.
I did not think too much at the time, so I signed and took it into the shop.
It's like Daffodil to me seems like the character that just says a few words, or like talks if she really has to
It was
talk.
marked fragile, and the delivery person told me to handle it carefully. But the packaging was flimsy.
Also, one last thing, because I know I keep yapping. Okay,
A young
one last thing is that I feel like the story later on
short hair.
is a little bit less of the what we got in the beginning, and I feel like low key it's a little bit because of budget. So like when I say beginning, right? Your story playthrough of NTE is an experience, right? At least the beginning of it was. And I feel like we're getting less of that experience.
Express in bridge crossings.
Now, I know early into this quest,
Kaku Street does not match Daffodil.
but it is feeling like,
Their work records
you know, Genshin Impact with a skip button. And that's not a horrible thing.
from the package center.
It's not.
No fragile items.
And the game is taking itself a little bit more seriously, too. But it still does have that same world, the same premise we have in normally,
May involve matters
like the Ghostbusters premise, right?
I'd like to consult with both of you.
Or I guess not Ghostbusters, Scooby-Doo, right? The mystery, the Sherlock Holmes, right?
Interrupt. I was thinking, what if this person
I'm actually still enjoying the game quite a bit, especially since I got Hotori 27 pools. W, bro. I'm happy you're still enjoying the game.
If that's the case,
Yeah, Inti is a very solid game, right? It's a very solid game.
what harm is there in examining a gift at your doorstep?
And I feel like this is one of those games that will just age very well.
Go ahead.
Because like when you play, so like, okay, here's the thing. You're already reaping the benefits of NCE's systems, right? Like you're getting characters early, and when you get them early, you get what's on the banner. Right? And there is no ifs, ands, or buts. When you get lucky, you get lucky. It's not like you get lucky and you can get unlucky at the same time, right? You get it early, it ends up being an off-rate banner character, right? No, you get the character on the banner. So you're already reaping the benefits of NCE's long-term prospects, right? And that's very nice.
a teenage boy who seems energetic.
I think that's like one of the best things about this game. Is like these are things we're not going to even like think about, because these are things that should be standard practices in every game at this point. That's at least how I feel. I don't feel like these games even deserve all the money they're getting.
These cards. Bella? The red letters are names. And the number 0.
Like, what warrants a game deserving the amount of money it's getting? You know what I mean?
Should be from the same anomaly.
Especially in a very
But it's very
absurd amount. like the current gacha giants we have right now.
They were simply in proximity.
They're getting more money because they have more players, and more players with a very predatory system means more income.
The cards
That
are
sounds
derivatives.
pretty bad.
Very likely.
So people being attacked and turned into puppets by anomalies is just a rumor.
And then like the ways they make money too, right?
Who would spread rumors on Bagel to cause panic? Could it be the same person who delivered?
Now the problem is with a story quest like this, it's a little bit hard to like yap and pay attention at the same time.
My investigation shows that someone hacked a bunch of Bagel accounts and started rumors about people being turned into puppets by anomalies.
Okay, so Bagel is like their social media, right?
Of Hathaway.
Because like this was in the same quest with
I have a neighbor who
with
uses her daily dog,
Macromosa and Tagido, right?
but she's scared of getting caught by the anomaly and began to ask me to run errands. Who's ever out there watching and laughing at us right now, feel free to pop champagne.
In any case, we can conclude that someone is
I wonder if he's gonna take off his mask.
but I'm afraid
He probably will, right?
it won't be.
And if he has a skin, that mask is coming off, yeah?
Republic after we contain or nullify this anomaly. And only then can we completely quell the rumors and eliminate their harmful effects.
We have two important leads. First, the puppet was delivered to A-Bone by a fake delivery person. However, neither of you know anything about
Gotta lock in and focus on the quest. Yeah, I have to lock in.
At least we're on the right track. The second lead
I
is
yap
that
too much.
anomaly can write.
But it's fun. It's so much more fun than yap.
This is quite rare.
I wonder if the Egosh court has any records of such anomalies? Could you help us interpret it?
I do need to pay attention to it because I do want to make an overall review of the story quest in this game, though.
Anomalies and accessible records.
If we can determine the identity of the names written on the cards, I may be able to help. I should be able to glimpse at their fate through divination and understand
Oh.
what they've been
She's like Fujuan.
Chaos, consider this.
I love Fujuan.
If anyone receives
From
a
Honkai Star Rail.
card from the anomaly, you are welcome to bring them to the witch's house for divination.
Understood.
If anyone from A-Bone discovers new leads, please contact BAC as soon as you can.
We will look out for more leads.
Very well, let's adjourn.
By the way, random thought. I was thinking about this, and I know I'm back to yapping. I was thinking about this. So, like, I thought about every game, right? And, like, how the games design characters, because I'm always thinking about character designs in games, right? That's just, like, I don't know. I love characters. Like, characters is the one thing that keeps me playing a game long term.
Bone's safety is my
I feel like each game does a certain type of character well.
I left my guard down.
And this is my opinion.
It's good to know.
Oh, and another thing too. So this is like about ZZZ, right? Zen Zone Zero. So like Zen Zone Zero is like it's like an acquired taste, you know? Like it's an acquired taste.
Let me handle
Because I feel like Zen Zone Zero's like characters, like they're all like every time they make a new character, the character is like unique. So like there's really not like a strict pattern like the characters follow, like based on the world. So like I feel like NC is gonna follow suit with that. We don't really have like a strict pattern like character designs are gonna follow. You know what I mean? Like character designs are gonna end up looking like Nanoli and you know, and Hotori and you know Nitsa. Like Nitsa, like what is she wearing? You know, and then Linko is wearing some weird stuff, right? And then you have EXE. But like that's pretty nice because it feels like every character just feels different in a nice way. And that's like not including the outfits and whatnot. But that's like what I was thinking about. Like we're gonna, and like when I say okay, like before with this is like a little bit of a like from a previous stream, whenever that was. Like when we talk about collabs for NTE in the future, like that's why I say Zen Zone Zero is like a pretty strong collab choice. Like as silly as that sounds, and like you might not even believe it ever happening, it could really happen. And it would fit so well. It would fit so well. It's not even funny. Now, how would it pull off? I mean, I don't know. Right? Given like the nature of the characters in that game and the unique models and everything. But I feel like out of all games, that's like the closest one I could think of actually happening and being, you know, the best one possible. But hey, we'll see what happens because I mean, like recently with the collab in Wuthering Waves with Cyberpunk, like an open world game
Flowers
having a collab
stance.
aside from Tower of Fantasy is like new. When I say open world, I mean gacha game, right? And Tower Fantasy was just weapons as far as I'm concerned.
Oh?
I don't remember if you could use the, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone that played Tower Fantasy, it was like weapons, but you couldn't wear the outfits of the characters, right? Like you couldn't dress up as Rey, right? In that game, you couldn't like equip her bodysuit. I don't remember.
Thanks to Daffodil and Nanley, the flowers and plants are looking better. I'll take care of pruning from here.
But yeah, speaking of, they've had the Evangelion collab in their last game, so I have no doubt we'll get collabs in this game for sure.
By the way, how did that thing from yesterday turn out? Any updates? We couldn't get anything out of Cool Express. The manager even said
I finished watching Cyberpunk for Wuwa collab and I'm in tears. Cyberpunk is a very solid anime. The soundtrack is nice, even though a lot of the soundtrack is just from the game. Soundtrack is still nice. That it fits so well in that game or that anime. Excuse me. W soundtrack.
What message could that be?
I might have said this before, but it's low key shorter than I feel like it should have been. And that's because it was like 11 episodes, something like that. You know, animes are typically like 13 episodes, and like having like 2 less episodes makes a big difference. So it felt like everything that happened was like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like all of the moments. I'm not gonna spoil for anyone that hasn't watched it, but it just happened so suddenly. Also, David is a goated character too. So like I was disappointed when David wasn't added to the collab, like as a playable character,
We have a guest.
because David is goated. David is goated.
Hello? Is this A-Bone? Are you anomaly hunters?
Welcome to A-Bone. You must be here for an anomaly commission.
Yes. What do I need to do?
She has heterochromia with her eyes.
Do I have to sign up for something?
Ah, this must be your first time seeking help from anomaly hunters. Don't worry. Please, have a seat. These are A-Bone's finest.
Convert into a fan. Now I can't wait for season 2. Yeah,
Than any troubles.
season 2 should be nice. It's gonna be something different though, from what I heard.
Wait a moment.
A different cast of characters,
Okay.
which makes sense, right? I won't say much more, but you know.
I don't know how this works.
If you don't mind, let us ask you some questions. That way we can help you figure out what you need.
Okay, leave it to me. So, have you encountered anything strange recently? What should I call you?
Renee is good enough. I think.
Okay.
All right, Renee.
Rebecca is goated.
How's it today?
Rebecca is kind of insane.
Weird, suddenly mess up your routine?
She's a trigger happy character.
I started
Trigger happy characters are kind of nice.
PM. For lunch, I grab something quick from a convenience store. After work, I go to Food First for a set meal.
Also, really good VA for Rebecca as well. Really a JP, right? Really good VA.
Exactly 9 p.m. This strange guy in a cloak shows up and attacks me. Though he looks scary and hits me pretty hard, when his attacks land, I don't feel a thing. I just cover my head and let him attack me for about 10 minutes. Then he leaves. Well, I think he leaves. When I peek through my fingers, nobody was there.
Sounds spooky.
That's about it. Isn't this strange?
He attacks you every day? Even if it's just a prank, that's messed up.
Here's your tea.
I think if I sit closer to my monitor, I'll be more focused.
Every night at exactly 9 o'clock?
I probably just need glasses, to be honest. Actually, I do have glasses. I don't wear them.
Guys from gangster movies who like to dress up scary to shake people down for money. They usually show up at the same time to establish an air of authority. Oh, I can't believe there's a lowlife like this on
I did nothing to deserve harassment from this debt collector.
There we go. Okay.
He never says
Name's
a
wrong.
word, just swings this huge scythe at me. It's terrifying.
He's the boogeyman.
You don't feel any
It's literally the boogeyman.
attacks. Could this be a hallucination or
But the boogeyman is going around collecting money.
of anomaly activity?
That makes perfect sense.
Yes, it should be an anomaly, just like Fuka said. She told me to look for help at the A-Bone antique shop.
Who's Fuka?
She's my friend. Well,
Have a nice stream. Thank you.
food buddy.
I'm gonna go hop off and gotta grind those pools for the collab. Have a good time playing Wua.
Hunters from A-Bone antique shop can help me.
That's a first.
My computer can't run it, unfortunately.
Thanks to me, Manly, the tiger of bridge crossings.
But I'm definitely interested in the collab. Maybe I'll get on my phone again. It takes a lot of space.
For ourselves.
And I already have like a few games on there.
Going out of their way to recommend us. Your friend knows what's going on. What else did she say?
I'm not really sure. I just know that she said I should get your help as soon as possible.
Are there any other strange things going on besides that?
It's hard to say. I don't know. Sorry, I don't have a great memory. I only have vague impressions of most things. How about you go ask Fuka? She also saw the anomaly in the parking lot that day. I think.
She seems rather scatterbrained.
It'd be good to hear what others have to say.
It's almost mealtime. Fuka should be at food first. Shall we?
What do you think, Appraiser? Master? This is our first commission of the day.
Which restaurant is that?
Figure this out and see if
Is that the one where you have the Lacrimosa
let's not disappoint this
hangout?
very
Or is that
person who recommended us.
where you go during the Bochi the Rock?
How about you, Master?
Or it could be a different one.
Worked on a commission with the appraiser yet. Maybe this is a good time to show you my latest training results.
Hotori has no plans to go out today. Rest assured, I'll watch over the shop.
Very well. Let's head out.
Yeah, I mean, there's no there's no Tagido involvement in the later quests at all.
Oh, I'm
Like Tagido is just not a thing.
mistakes. Hey, old man, we won't be back for dinner tonight.
Take care.
Yeah, Tagido is just not a thing at this point. I mean, he's right here, but he's here all the time. So I mean, they kind of already resolved the issue, but the issue is that he's in a lot of the early quests. And people just don't like the character. So he feels like he's in every part of the game. Do I have to drive there? I guess I could TP right. Yeah, I'm a little lost, but I should have paid attention more instead of yapping. But my understanding is that there's just this boogeyman, basically. That's all I grasp, is that there's a boogeyman. But I do like that it still has that mysterious charm to it with the quest, which is what I was hoping that the future quest would remain like with its storytelling. So I'm happy about that. That the premise is still like what have you experienced before with the game. I'm not gonna do that right now. Actually, let's do that.
Take a break, old man. I'll handle this. Yeah, it's not from all away. Take that! The city's mine!
W.
Oh, great stuff. Better hide it.
Man, there's another one? Dude, I've not been playing and it shows. It shows I've not been playing. Dude, this song is instilled in my head. Literally, for me, just doing that puppet quest for hours on end, or puppet anomaly, it's just stuck in my head. That freaking theme. Oh my god! Every time I listen to it, I just think of that puppet in the school. The puppet anomaly in the school. It just drives me crazy. Literally, the existence of that anomaly just drives me crazy. Wait, is this the same restaurant, but just in a different place? Because it looks like the same one as the one during the Bochi the Rock quest.
I'm sorry. I had something to do.
Also, this is Fuka? Yo, Fuka looks nice.
Are you anomaly hunters from A-Bone?
Nice looking NPC.
That's right! The A-Bone detectives are back in action! I am Natalie Colucci, PG Daime of the Coluccis from Bridge Crossings! This one is the core of our family, the Appraiser! And this here is...
It's been a while, Daffodil.
Well, you already know Master?
Your master helped our family solve quite a few troubles in the past. Mother still can't stop talking about Daffodil's moves.
Daffodil's pretty sick.
No wonder you
I don't blame her.
Master Renee. Master's commissions always get perfect reviews.
Sorry, I don't quite remember.
It was probably back when the shop first opened, right? After all, we have monopoly on all anomaly commissions now.
Fuka, we'd like to ask about the strange thing happening to Renee. Can you tell us about it?
Of course. Let's sit down and talk.
Oh boy, more talking?
2 nights ago, little Renee
Oh.
and I finished dinner and were about to head home. She offered to give me a ride, so we walked to the parking lot together. That's when we encountered this cloaked person.
So the boogeyman.
Cloaked person. Didn't little Renee tell you about it? The anomaly she saw was a strange figure that looked like someone wearing a cloak.
Oh. Did I really say that?
You little scatterbrain, forgetting what you said again.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. But to be honest, I don't know what this so-called cloaked person actually looks like.
You don't know. Weren't you there?
I was. Renee was walking me to her car, but halfway there, she suddenly crouched down, trembling all over, looking panicked.
I'm trying my hardest to pay attention and not yap,
Asked her what was
but I'm
wrong.
gonna be honest, like,
Couldn't answer.
everything is geared me towards just talking about random.
Don't
I probably have to go and do this quest on another, like, a alt account or something, because
alone
I need to, like, actually sit down and go through it.
You didn't actually see the anomaly?
Because I actually don't even really understand it right now.
I did see her curled up on the ground.
Because there's just a lot being said and nothing really happening.
Person she described.
I mean, I feel like I probably don't need to know any of this,
The kiddo
for the most part, until things really start going down. This is like, that's how NTE story quests really are, to be honest. You can miss like 75% of the details and still understand it.
This isn't some
But I feel like I want to have a good start to finish understanding of it, though.
room at dinner or something?
I thought she was hallucinating at first.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna
On the way home,
sit here and keep talking about
she told me that this
random
weird
stuff,
thing happens every
which
night.
I'm trying my hardest not to.
It didn't sound like she was lying. Not a hallucination. Unless she can see it. Harasses her every night at the same time. With something this bizarre, it's gotta be an anomaly causing trouble.
But I don't know, I'm probably talking to a bunch of people that skip stories.
From A-Bone?
I could sit through the story, but I know like most people are probably skipping it.
When Renee was
Cause I heard people really don't like the story in this game.
That's right.
And like I could understand like why people don't like the story in this game. Like if you come from games like if you come from games that have like a story that is deep, you know, and they put like effort into it, right? Then you're probably like looking for something to be like that.
You also suggested
And if you go into this game and then like, you know, the story quest that's not like it's not like there's not necessarily a story quest, but the fact that there's like really no like hard established lore in the game right now still, and the game still is in the beginning phases of its like
But you always get obsessed with details.
still in the beginning phases of its world building, it is probably going to be hard to like
I'm the one who told
get
you
what you're
that
looking
was
for out of it.
Really, I'm fine. It didn't hurt at all. It's just that the anomaly was scary.
But I guess one of the issues is like, so the first quest had the same premise as this, but the first quest got into it a lot quicker, so it felt like a better quest. This one feels like a little bit longer than it needs to be with the talking.
Tonight. Take a look at the menu. What do you want, Fuka?
Same as usual. Spicy
And so like I know if I'm like tuning out slightly,
Have the same.
I know like people will be skipping it,
The other stuff at this place.
and not because it's
I like the spicy
it's
chicken
probably because they
since
find it to be
doesn't have
bad and just
green peas.
there's just too much talking.
What about you, Mentally and Appraiser? Go ahead and order something you like.
We'll gladly take the offer.
While there is a skip button, I still want to at least like go through it.
before 9 o'clock. According to Renee, the
But I'm hoping this is
anomaly
not future quests as well.
on time.
I wonder if we'll get to see that cloaked person show up to collect debts. From what Fuka said, not everyone can see it, right? Or maybe ordinary people can't see it?
It might not be a weirdo in a cloak either. After all, she's a bit scatterbrained. She could have gotten it wrong. There are many anomaly hunters here to protect you today. No need to be afraid.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into it.
Always take care of me. Then I'll walk ahead. It'll show up soon.
Okay. So let's see this boogeyman. And watch it just be like, I don't know, just like Adler. Adler in a ski mask. The music. Okay, here we go. What the heck? Oh my goodness. She's dead. She's dead.
Leave it to me.
Did he just take her soul? Or did he just collect the depth? I like the song quite a bit. It doesn't sound like a song we've heard before. I assume this becomes like a boss that you can fight later on. Oh, it is a phase 2? What the heck?
Stay away. Stay away from me!
I thought she was dead.
Don't worry. I drove away that debt collector. Everything's okay now.
Did the anomaly drop that thing on the floor?
Renee. And to
Well,
see
she
this
took a
on
fatal
the
hit,
map,
right? The red screen popped up. She took a fatal attack and she
0088.
just she lived.
The numbers are different.
It's the same type of card the Bureau is looking into. Let me contact Chaos.
Loki, though, if the anomaly actually did kill her, the story would be a little bit more interesting. I'd be like, oh crap, the stakes are actually high.
Investigate this debt collector anomaly, which attacks her every night at the same time. You fought, then the anomaly left behind the same cards from the optimization case. So you encountered the same anomaly I'm after. Could someone have schemed all these encounters just to involve you?
ETD6 lives up to their name. They are true anomaly crime experts. You're right. This doesn't seem to be a coincidence. We still don't know who's the mastermind or why they're doing this, but we may have already met her. Fuka, the friend who recommended us to Renee.
Okay, I'm gonna let this run for a bit. I gotta go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Wait, she was just here a moment ago. She's already gone.
What did she say?
She recommended A-Bone because Daffodil had handled her mother's commission before, which left an impression.
Daffodil. Daffodil. So it's Daffodil again. Interesting. Thanks for the information. We should make a trip to the witch's house. Good thing it's not too late. So I'll ask the Blackbird and her team to work some overtime. Aren't you coming with us?
Of course.
Alright. This quest will take some time. Oh goodness. You know, as I was in the bathroom, I was thinking maybe we take a break and do something else, yeah? Maybe we take a break and do something else. Okay, so there's a few things I want to do. The first thing I want to do is talk about NCEs, like talk about this, honestly. This is like a Reddit thread about quit swap systems. We'll talk about this. I'm bored. I want to yap. So we're going to talk about this here. Well, let me get on the screen first. Boom, 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 boom. Let me make sure this is like fine. Show. Oh my goodness. I hate Reddit, bro. Why does it auto sign me in? It's so lame. I'm doing this. What is his name? Okay. Let me go find it again. Do. Okay, NC, you are getting muted. Okay. Let's just take a look at this and just yab for a bit. And then we'll do a few hotori rerolls as well. For fun. We'll do a few hotori rerolls for fun. And I think that's kind of it for the stream, no lie. I was kind of just like coming back and I didn't really have anything else planned. Let me move this under my webcam. Right there. Okay. Here we go. How do you feel about quit swap systems? I'm playing NT since release, and today I couldn't bring myself to do dailies anymore. I thought about it, and I feel it's the combat. It's very rotation intensive and quit swappy. It made me realize pretty much all action combat gachas have this system where you have to swap characters every other second. It made me wonder if any of the other gacha players enjoy it. I personally prefer Arne's infield system where you can have a party and have to use different skills and some rotations, but you can just focus on playing one character. How do you feel about it? Do you just not enjoy it? I think the thing is like with I'll talk about Arne's infield's combat as well. The thing is with NTE is like NTE's combat is very similar to like the fundamental design of it is just the same, right? It's the same as the other games. With the QTE function, right? So like this, Zenless Zone 0 is not like that, it's different. Although it has the same quit swappy feel though, to be honest. It doesn't have the same QTE function though until you break an enemy's, like until you like stun the enemy, right? In that game. There's like, Genshin Impact doesn't have it though, as far as I'm concerned. There is Withering Waves has the QTE function. I know Honkai Impact had it. Just pretty much all of the games that have that QTE function. But when they say games, they mean major gacha titles, right? So that's why they feel like it feels repetitive, like it's in every game because it's in the mainstream gachas at least, or a few of them, right? And so I feel like the combat in this game is like the fundamental design of it is very similar, but it just feels like less fleshed out than the other games, right? So like when you think about it, the combat in this game doesn't feel as personally, it doesn't, well, no, not even personally, but let's be honest, objectively it doesn't feel as fun as like Withering Waves combat. And I think a lot of it really comes down to like, for one, how early the game is right now in its lifespan. And just two, the characters don't feel like they have a lot of oomph to them. Like a lot of like, I won't say like complexity, but a lot to their kits. They're very, very, very simple, right? The only one that feels like there is oomph to the character's kit is like, well, there's two. There is Baichang, and then the other one especially is Cheese, right? The other characters feel very like press this button, press that button, and that's it. And then like when you have the swapping and stuff like that, it just doesn't really feel like a lot, of depth to the combat in itself. And then like the one team where it feels like there is like quite a bit of depth is like when you're throwing in the main character into a team of like 3 other characters, right? And not using a sustained character. So it feels like you have much more to do, but then that plays even more into the quick swapping because when you use your skill, then you trigger the Esper cycle, right, with the main character. So I feel like right now is just like, unfortunately, this is just how the combat is. And if you don't like it, it's gonna turn you off of the combat itself. But I think the one thing about like these games, right, especially in T, is that I personally never really got into the game for the combat. Like, to be honest, I'd even like when I played the game, I didn't really play the game. Like, I played the game, but I didn't play the combat. The combat wasn't something I was ever even interested in because I feel like everything else that the game offered would circumvent the issues that the combat system had, right? And I say issues, but it's not necessarily issues. It just doesn't feel as fun and engaging as other combat systems and other games, right? Like, I think of the one game I enjoy the most with its combat, and I feel like that's Zenless Zone Zero. Because Zenless Zone Zero feels very snappy. It feels very, very responsive. And just in general, it feels like things are much more faster paced and more impactful too. Because like low key, like you just die in that game if you get hit too much. You just die. And then there was one character where you could sustain kind of, and that was Caesar, but that doesn't exist anymore in ZZ. So you kind of just die, to be honest, right? And there's like Astriawa for heal, I guess, but you just die in that game if you get hit too many times. So like the combat feels more engaging because not only you're playing a game where you have to like engage with the combat itself, but you also have to like make sure you're not getting hit, so you can just kill the boss before you die. And that's kind of nice. Although that game has a ton of iframes, so maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it seem. But yeah, I feel like this game, out of all the combat and other gachas, like this game is probably the worst one, to be honest. I'm not gonna, out of like the major gacha titles, is probably the worst one, to be honest. Like, even though I don't like Art Knight's Infield at least had some depth to how the combat system was, even though a lot of it really is just auto attack. Like a lot of it was auto attack, just auto, and then like as far as I remember, the characters had like 3 auto attack strings, which felt very basic, right? It felt very basic. Yeah, it felt very basic. Worst thing about let me read that. Worst thing about Quick Swap is when your favorite character is a support buffer. In combat, your favorite character basically pop in, use skill, ult, then pop out. Forcing your favorite character stays on field, basically extending the combat with no meaningful result, plus nose diving your DPS. So I'm thankful for infield, as I can play as Gilberto or Deli and Soulshine, and the rotation will still continue as usual, so I don't feel like handicapping myself. Yeah. So like Art Knight's infield is just different. Like if you want, like the way this set up is like the characters can just like play and do their thing, and the other characters can just chime in and do their thing, right? And you don't ever have to really swap to them. But if you want to swap to them, you can. They also have their own skills and everything. So that's pretty nice, right? But at the same time, in that game, characters feel like main DPS and characters don't feel like main DPS as well. So it feels different, right? It feels like it's like it'd be like playing the game without the quit swap mechanic. If that makes sense. And it's designed differently, but I think Art Knight's infield combat is boring though, to be honest. I'll be honest. It just has like the auto attack string is like 3 autos and call it a day. I think that's pretty bland, pretty basic. But I mean, again, if you like Art Knight's infield, you like it though. In ZZ, I'm fond of teams that let you have multiple characters on field at once. That's why the quick swap gameplay. After stays on field singing as a supporter, the AOD team has pop in each of the skills. I shocks characters like Trigger with attack. Oh yeah, like Orphe and stuff. It really makes it feel like you have a cohesive team rather than just 3 separate characters who synergize. Yeah. And it's actually pretty nice too. Like the one team that I use this person actually reference is like the Yuzua team with Vivian and Alice, or like Vivian and freaking any other character really that's like anomaly. So like Miyabi. it's actually a lot nicer because of like how the characters interact with the combat. Like in this game right now, characters just do their thing and then they're on to the next one. But again, we are still in the early phases of this game's combat system. But to be fair, in like ZZ did have some depth even on day one, so it might be just set in stone at this point. All you can really hope is that this game just follows suit of like how Wuthering Waves does their characters now, and the animations for the characters are just beautiful. It's where you forget the combat system is kind of whack, right? And I won't say like whack, but if we compare it to the other games, it is pretty whack, to be honest. Yeah, I mean at this point, all we can hope for is better animations and there's just more characters like cheese. Because what we get is what we get right now at this point. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, I don't think there's really much more else to say about it. I mean, maybe we could read like one more. Yeah, I was talking about Hawkeye Impact 3rd, right? Where we had Quiz Swap as well. Yeah. Zenzo Zero slowly moved towards having all characters on field more often is not quite the same as having your entire party bio. Yeah, so I guess it wasn't like that early on, right? And then they added the whole Angels of Delusion, and then you have like the 3 characters on field at times, right? With the animations and whatnot. But it may just be a special case for those characters, though. Who knows what they do in the future? But unfortunately, right now, NT is just looking kind of chop bro with his combat system. It can improve though, but it's just like right now it would need some fundamental tweaks because it's just not quite there, unfortunately. Okay. Let's do a bit of rerolling. Let's do a bit of rerolling. May actually back. I have to bring it back up because I forgot I muted the game. So like I had one stream where the game was muted the whole time and I did not even know it was muted. And that was like pretty bad. The game was muted the whole time and I had no idea it was muted. What the heck? That was wild. It was not like a recent stream. Oh, actually, I think it was the last. But I think it was literally the last stream, and I didn't know it was muted the whole time. Not that anyone really cared, I guess, because I was just talking the whole time. But yeah. Okay, we'll do like probably 2. See what the experience is like now. I haven't rerolled in like, well, since I last played NCE. So yeah. Let's start from 200, I guess. Actually, I had my mic. I actually don't even really like Hotori as a character, but I'm really just doing this because it's just fun doing it. To be honest. It's pretty fun. And I thought about like, okay, so I thought about having a bunch of, because I still want to live out the dream, right? I still want to live out the dream. And I thought about having a bunch of accounts. Hey, we can still do it. I mean, I have alts, right? I can have alts. I thought about doing this for Lacrimosa when she comes out, but I don't know if I still want to do that. I guess it is pretty nice to play as Lacrimosa in the tutorial, though. That's probably the most fun part of the reroll, to be honest. Okay. Now I get to yap about anime, and you guys get to listen. So, like I said, I've watched Deadman Wonderland, and I thought that was pretty good. I wish there was a season 2. And Loki, it was a little sad. I feel like a lot of the older animes had like really good, impactful, like climaxes. And Deadman Wonderland definitely had a pretty nice climax, or pretty nice finish. For what it's worth. I just wish it was like a season 2 or something like that. And then I started watching. I finished that. Oh yeah, I actually watched the anime I said I was going to watch as well. It's called oh my goodness, I forgot the name. What was the anime's name? Oh my goodness. I don't remember the name. It's basically an anime that's, I feel like it's still airing. It probably has like 1 or 2 episodes left in the oven that I just didn't watch because I felt like the anime concluded for me at that point, or at least season 1 did. What was it called again? Oh, playing dev games to put food on the table. Playing dev games to put food on the table is actually a really solid anime. Let me go ahead and do this now. It's a little loud for me. Playing dev games to put food on the table is actually a pretty solid anime. The animation is also really good as well. Like, the animation of that anime is probably the best part about it because it feels very different. Also, I feel like, so whenever anime is kind of spaced out, like make the scenery feel big, it makes the anime feel more immersive, I feel. But I guess low-key is kind of how the story was told as well. It wasn't like a great story, but it had really good presentation, I will say. Which is like what I heard people say about Wuthering Waves, to be honest. And I'm not really like... Loki, that's kind of NCE though. NCE doesn't have like a good story. Like a good story, right? But like the presentation of the story, like at least early on, was pretty good. But this anime is different though. Like it's like that, but more so like that to a T. Where the presentation and everything about it felt unique. But the story was just very Probably because I feel like it was too short, or at least it wasn't enough. There'd definitely be a second season because the way it's set up. Was it really that bad though? Like, I can't really say a lot without spoiling it. But I feel like it's definitely going to get a season 2. Because like the way it's designed, it just doesn't make sense for it to finish where it is at right now. Considering what the main character wants to achieve in the anime. But one of the things I like low-key had to get used to though, real quick, is that characters come and go in that anime. And that's like something you have to like accept. Is that the characters like come and go. Which is like an issue I had with it at first, especially considering I liked some of the characters. Oh yeah, and another thing too, like anime is extreme waifu-y. Like it's just an anime full of waifus, to be honest. The more I think about it. There's just so many waifus in that anime. So I feel like that's like one thing that makes the anime like very appealing, I guess. There's just like every design you can think of, every like anime design you could think of is in that anime. Like every single one of them. And then aside from that, I started Soul Eater. Which I tried to get into this anime a while ago. Like when I say a while ago, like years and years ago. And I never really got into it. But then I started it again. And I actually ended up getting into it. And now I'm like on episode 18. Episode 18 or something like that. And like Soul Eater is low-key kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I didn't think I wanted to watch a long anime. Like a long form anime. At least like an anime that had like a lot of episodes to it, a lot of meat to it. But Soul Eater is kind of nice right now. It's not super long, but it's pretty long considering like animes I've watched. But I guess I just need to consider it like arcs and stuff like that, which makes it easier to get through. I guess since Soul Eater has been out for so long, I can like talk about it and whatnot. Soul Eater is like so like I was thinking about this yesterday, right? And like one of the things I like that the anime does pretty well is that like and I somehow drew a comparison to like Neverness to Everness. So like when it comes to that anime and like the bonds each character has with their weapons, right? I feel like it's done really really well. Like that's really really well done. And so like I think about like what like how it did it, and the easiest way to explain it is that it quite literally did what I wanted this this game to do. And that is like pretty much take the characters and make the characters go on like adventures with like another character, and stop making everything feel like group based. But then if they do that, then the like it strays away from the original design intentions of the story. And so it's like a interesting spot NT is in right now with the story, because like it there really isn't any way to get attached to characters in the game right now. And like when I watch Soul Eater, like I really like Black Star, he's my favorite character. And then so like being able to like, but then I can explain why I like him though, right? At the same time, I can't really explain why I like a character in NC other than like I just like the design, which is okay, I guess. But it just means like that there really isn't any way to like a character. There isn't any way to love a character. There you go. That's the best way to put it. There isn't any way to love a character in this game right now. But I think as long as we like travel in a group, it's gonna be hard to really build bonds with characters in the game. Right now, at least. We do travel with like at least in one of the quests, low key, like there is a little bit of the like the bonding and stuff like that. It's like when you like the quest with Bai Chang, which honestly again is probably still the best quest just in general in the game, because it does everything right. Honestly, it does everything right. That quest did everything that a quest needed to do, to be honest. And I feel like out of all the quests for characters and like selling characters, that one did it the best. It made Bai Chang a character that's actually worth like caring about. And I don't know if I can say the same about any other quest in the game right now, unfortunately. Other than like me saying things about Tagido, but like that's because I like the character though. I don't know. You put numbers, by the way? You can put numbers. 200th reroll. Not actually 200. I lost count. It's like 100 and something at this point. Okay. Oh yeah, like so like when I like a week ago, I would say like a week ago, I actually really was going to stream. No lie. I was actually going to stream. And like I like booted up the stream like the stream and everything. And as I was about to hit the go live button, I thought to myself, watching anime sounds so much better right now. I was like, I think I'd rather watch anime right now. And I actually think that's when I started Dead Man Wonderland. I low-key don't regret it still, because it was a really really nice time. It was a really nice time, and I'm pretty sure I finished that like I like binged the whole thing that night. So like if I had to choose between streaming and anime, I'm probably gonna watch anime. So I have to just like watch so much anime to the point where I just don't want to watch any more anime, and I just have to stream again. Because like making videos is easy. Like I can do that just easily. But like streaming, like okay. So like I think also another thing too is that I realized that streaming low-key drained me, because like okay, I haven't streamed in a very very long time. I didn't realize that streaming takes quite a bit of effort. And like, you might be like, streaming effort. What do you mean? It sounds like it seems like you're not really doing, like, putting in any effort. To have a good stream, it's effort. And I'm not saying my streams are good, because they're not. They're low quality, to be honest. It's just me playing a game. Honestly, doing the lowest form of effort for a stream is me re-rolling and just yapping, right, as I play. And then, like, whatever I end up doing, like, beforehand, if it's not just re-rolling and whatnot. I felt like, at least, the, like, it's draining, like, it's pretty draining, like mentally. But, like, then again, I think that's just how I am as a person. I think it's just based on, like, how I am as a person. Like, if I spend too much time, like around people, or, like, talking to people, maybe I feel weird. Maybe that's what it feels like to have a social battery, something like that. That's probably exactly what it is, now that I think about it. And, like, no offense to any of you, right? No offense to any of you. Isn't like I don't enjoy, you know, being here and streaming and yapping and right and just like going back and forth and whatnot. I just did not realize that it was gonna be a lot more of a load. Pause on that than I was anticipating. Because at the end of the day, I am still just like a YouTuber, and YouTubing is easy. You just make your video. It's actually really easy. Because all I gotta do is, like, if I'm scripting, I script a video. If I'm not scripting, then I don't script the video. And then I just, like, create it, add the footage, right? Record it, whatever. Edit it, add the footage. And then upload. It's very easy. And it's very formulaic. And then speaking of YouTube, okay. So, I have to figure out what I want to do. Because I still don't have an idea of what type of content I want to make for this game. Because I'm still lost. But this is an interesting case for a game where it's like, the content you can make for this game feels very, I don't know, because, like, I didn't realize it, but I really only made content for the longest time based on, like, the game's, like, characters and meta and whatnot, which is very easy to make content on that. But to do anything outside of that is pretty difficult. And so, like, I didn't realize that until I started doing NC videos. Like, you kind of run out of things to talk about. So I have to figure out what to do now. So I don't go very long without uploading videos. I just don't know what that will be, though. Because, like, there's no way to do, like, my Starro format. Because, like, I just don't really care about... I really don't care about, like, character performance in the game right now. Because, like, for one, the game just came out. The game is very easy. And I assume we're not going to have any form of power creep anytime soon. And damage numbers are really low. Now, to be fair, Starro had very low damage numbers as well early on. And then, like, when 1.3 had hit, that's when we start to see, like, pretty bad power creep with characters and whatnot. But I don't see that being the case with this game, though. Because it just feels like, for one, we have very few main damage dealers in the game right now. Does that make sense? Or I think we, in general, have very few characters. I feel like our starting roster is pretty small in this game. But because it's pretty small, there's quite a few characters they can add at this point before they actually start, like, regurgitating other like character kits and whatnot, and then just making it a better version of said kit. Like there's still so much more we have to go through, especially with the Esper cycles and whatnot. But again, I just don't see myself really. I know, like, push come to shove, I might think about doing it. It just depends on what happens. Like, they could release 1.1 and then like 1.2, which I don't think 1.1 would really change anything because there's like the elements of the characters. But then like 1.2 rolls around, and then like we have the most absurd power creep imaginable, right? Like the character that comes out power creeps the heck out of like Bai-Chang or something. Then I'm like, and so it begins. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. But if it does, then there you go. We have content. Let's talk about how Bai-Chang got replaced in 6 weeks. I don't think that's going to happen, but you know. And it's not necessarily 6 weeks. It'd be like 12 weeks or something like that. But I don't think that's going to happen though. Man. Truly, right? I mean, it'd probably be easy to power creep him though. Like, it'd be very easy. Just make a character that's easier to play and does more damage. So like, you have a character now that is harder to play, more effort rather, not harder, but more effort to play, and does less damage than a character that's significantly less effort, that gives out more damage for the effort. That's how you do it. But I don't think we'll see it anytime soon though.
It's not far from here to A-Bone. If you're tired, you can rest in the car. I'll wake you up when we arrive.
Other than that, I don't know. And I still mentioned before, right, that I want to have like racing tournaments for this game. And I still do stand by that. I want to have racing tournaments for this game for the future. I have to figure out how I'm going to set all of that up. But I do want to have that for the future. And then I do want to get like start streaming on Twitch and everything like that. So we're gonna be streaming every day of the week going forward here. And then like Saturday, Sundays, I can't promise streams. But we're gonna do it Monday through Friday, unless something, you know, for bed happens, whatever. We're gonna stream consistently here on out. Oh, I guess never mind. I take that back. I did say I was gonna stream the live stream on Saturday for the NT 1.1 update. So yeah, I'm gonna be around for that too. So never mind. Take that back. Okay, so I know they removed the codes. So there's no more codes. I mean, it seems like everything before, except for the codes. Yeah, it's the same as before. I guess we got an extra 10 pool though for the standard banner. W. My goodness. This brings me back literally 10 days ago. Not a lot of viewers today. Oh, in the stream? Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected, right? I haven't streamed in a long time. And then, like, you know, NT drop off. It's pretty normal, right? But we're back at it, though. We're back at it. It is what it is. I kind of expected it too when I got back on the stream for today. I kind of expected it. But you know what? The show must go on. Also, low-key, I feel like rerolls do like make people more interested as well. And it's like people ask like, why reroll? Because it's just more interesting, right? Like rerolling is more interesting than actually playing the game. Like, cause like if you want to play the game, or wanted to watch like gameplay of NCU, you would just play the game yourself. But like when you watch reroll, like you just listen to someone yap, and then they just like try to get something crazy on the account, and it's just hype. It's just hype. It's just really hype. Also, oh my goodness, I almost
Here to apply for the
I almost went live like later in the night. I actually almost went live later in the night, which would have been bad. I'm trying to like go live at a more appropriate time here on out. So like I went to the gym much earlier today, so I wasn't like super duper behind, and I guess I finished my video earlier today as well. I'm still waiting on that freaking sponsor to get back to me. Did they get back to me yet? Bro, they haven't got back to me yet. I'm just probably gonna end up uploading. Rerolling is the game. Everything afterwards is facts. Everything after is just DLC. But like, okay, so that's the thing, right? So the person that asked me earlier, right? The person that mentioned earlier, like, bro, you still rerolling? I mean, rerolling is much more interesting than me doing a story quest. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the story quests in this game are not things people want to see, because chances are you've already seen the quest before, and I'm not like a story guy, right? Like, you wouldn't come to me, pause on that, you wouldn't watch the stream to see my reaction to a story bit, because like my reaction is gonna be like, yo, that's pretty cool, oh yeah, awesome. And then like the one word I regurgitated a lot earlier was boogeyman. I told you guys from the jump, I'm not very interesting when it comes to like reacting. I am not a good reactor. And nor do I really try to be. I'm just not that good of a reactor. But I also won't be lying if I also would be lying if I didn't say, right? It's really hard to fake interest. I can't fake interest. If something is not interesting to me, I can't really fake it. And the story as of right now for NC is not that interesting where I can just like as silly as it sounds, the stories I enjoyed the most in this game was like Togito, bro. I'm gonna be completely blunt. I enjoyed Togito's stories the most in this game. Like, something about that little otter, bro, has me interested anytime he's on the screen. Like, am I weird for saying that? I can't be delusional. I feel like whenever Togito comes on the screen, Lacrimosa's on the screen, like, these are interesting characters. I feel like all these other characters are just like, they're there. Like, Haniel's another interesting character. They're just like very dynamic characters. Nanalie is good, but Nanalie is even better when she's with Haniel, right? Because then you get like then you get the Boja the Rock story, right? And so like I want more of that. But unfortunately the story is not like that. You're gonna have like those boring duos, right? Like I feel like right now the Debt Collector quest is like not as interesting as the other ones in the beginning, for me personally. That's because I don't want the story to ever take itself seriously, because that's where I don't really enjoy the story. Because then I have to sit there and be fully engaged to it, and then it's a 50-50 whether or not I'm going to like it. And chances are I'm not going to like it, because I don't like deep and engaging gacha game stories. I just don't. Because like I've seen so much anime to where it's like I know what I want out of a story, and no gacha game would be able to replicate that. Like no gacha game would be able to provide that. Especially in a like a manner where it's told as well. So like for me to have a good story, at least a story that I perceived as was good, like I really we'll do one more reroll. And then I gotta go like make dinner. We gotta do one more reroll. I'll make some dinner afterwards. For me to have like a good story, or me to perceive a story being good, it has to be something like Steins Gate. Steins Gate was so good. I need a story to be thought out from beginning to end. I also needed to have a very nice and interesting world. I need the characters to be dynamic as well at the same time. And I need like story bits of it to be like parts of the story to be very impactful as well. And then your finish has to be really, really strong as well. You basically have to check every box. I'm spoiled by Steins Gate's just having the best story ever told in like a story. Best story ever told in anime. There you go, for me personally. I'm spoiled by Steins Gate having the best story told in an anime ever. And unfortunately, like, I don't think a gacha game could ever replicate that, right? Because what you get is like characters being sold to you through story. And that's not something I really care about. I don't really care about that personally. Like, I don't need to be I personally don't need to be sold on a character. I either like them or I don't like them. And usually for me that means design, right? Like, I could give two craps about the story in Wuthering Waves. I just think the characters in that game are really pretty. All of them. All of the characters in that game are really pretty. I don't care about the story, to be honest, whatsoever. I don't care about the backstory, the traumatic backstory. I don't care about, you know, the trauma, like, I don't care about any of that. But the characters just look great, right? Very pretty characters. Which is like why I play gacha games. So when NCE had came out with his different like premise of story, right? We had something a little bit spooky. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, we have something a little bit creepy, a little bit sinister at times. That's going to be very different from what I experienced in other games. And then, like, the way it was told as well, right? I was like, okay, this is actually pretty nice. So not only does it not take itself seriously, but at the same time, the world building is structured differently, right? And the genre, because so, is also different. And so I was like, okay, I can get into this. So then when you have like the newest story, like the story quest I'm on, the Debt Collector. I don't know if it's the newest one, but the one I'm on. What the heck? The one I'm on. I'm like, this is kind of not what I want to happen. This is what I feared of NCE like becoming with his story. A lot of talking and nothing really happening and nothing feeling like funny, you know, or keep me engaged. I don't know. And I again, I'm probably in the minority for this, but I love Tagito, man. I think Tagito makes the game feel different in a great way. Like, not having Tagito, he doesn't need to be in every quest. But I feel like any quest he was in, I was zoned in, bro. And like, sure, just take the date quest out of the main story, for sure. But for me, that was like one of the most interesting characters by far. And see, like this right here. Like, this is why I like the story of NC. This whole thing with the rap king in the car, right? Like, this is what I wanted from the game. I want this, and I want it to stay this way. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the 1.1 live stream. I'll take a look at the trajectory of the story. But, man, I hope, like, the amount of complaining doesn't make them stray away. Like, the one thing you would hate for the game to ever, like... So, like, basically, I feel like Hotta Studios, right, and Perfect World, right, with NCE are very receptive to feedback. They're very receptive to feedback. If there's an issue, it's gonna get resolved eventually, right? And they're pretty attentive to it. Like, I would say they're quickish compared to, like, you know, typically like the industry standard. And so like if the story is being perceived as an issue right now, which I think it has an issue in its own way. I think for one, it has an issue of selling characters, like getting you sold on a character, and maybe, and so like that's not an issue, but it's an issue if they want to sell characters in the future. And so like the best way I can think of is it might not be the best way of the course of action the game should take with its story, right? And its questing in the future. But like if everyone is like, not everyone, but if people are saying your story is bad and they're not really explaining why it's bad though, and they're just saying it's bad because it's bad, it's just gonna make it seem like you need to rewrite the whole thing. When I don't think that's the case. I think rather that the story is just not what they're looking for with a story. You know what I mean? And then so like my fear is that when that happens and you start designing later story quests, so the debt collector, right? Again, I'm probably like, you know, in the beginning parts of it still. When you start designing these quests, and I think so far, again, for me, the one that was like that did it the best, or the two that did it the best with like the structure of the design integrity of the game, right? With the horror, right, and stuff like that. The film studio, literally the first quest, right? The film studio, and then the one with Bai Chang. Those two, I think, did it perfect. And like, if you're gonna tell a more serious story, do it in the way that the Bai Chang story, like that like quest was told. And if you're gonna make something more like sinister, then do it as you did the first quest. And then I think anything other than those two, like those should be exactly where the stories, like that should be the bar the stories meet in the future. Depending on where they want to go, if they want to make it not as serious and make it more you know, engaging in like the sense of it being a mystery solving case, then do it like that one, like the first quest, right, with the film studio. But if you want to make it more of a more darker tone, then do it like the Bai Chang story. The last thing I would want, though, is for the story to be like what it is right now with the Omega yapping. For what reason, I don't know. Because I don't even think it's for selling characters. I just think, I don't know what it even is at this point, man. Maybe it is for trying to sell characters. I just don't think it's a good way to do it, though. But we'll see. Again, they've been very receptive to feedback. Right? Like, later quest doesn't, like, there's not really a presence of Tagido in it. So, like, you can tell, like, the early quests for the game, they've already established and they didn't change with Tagido in it. Then you go to the later ones, and there is just, like, Tagido doesn't even seem like a character that exists, right? You just don't see him. You see, to be quite honest, you see more Nanily than anything. Well, it's a 1.0 patch. But I feel like you see Nanily dang near every quest. And I feel like personally, I feel like Nanily is more of an annoying character than Tagido. I feel like she's more annoying than Tagido. I like Nanily, but I feel like she's more annoying than Tagido, honestly. But here's the one thing Nanily has going for her, though. She's cute, right? She's a cute character. Because she's cute, it doesn't matter, right? Tagido kind of ugly, bro. They try to give him a little bit of drip, but he still is kind of ugly. At least ugly to, like, people, right, that play this game. So it is what it is. Is what it is. I know I go on tangents, but like when I explain stuff, like it's just the way I see it. Like the way I see it is just this way. Cause it makes that's the way it makes the most sense to me at least. I kind of quit NCE. I just don't think. Oh, you quit NCE? Wow. So like, okay. So like when I explained earlier in the stream, I was like 10 days is quite a bit of time, right? So like me not streaming for 10 days, I assumed a lot of people will quit the game. And I think that's completely normal, right? Like we had the launch hype, things start to die down, you know what I mean? And then like people realize that the game that they're like it wasn't the type of game they're looking for. Right? Whether that is the story is not this type of story you're looking for. Whether that is the combat, like we just looked over the combat from the Reddit post, right? The combat was not what they're looking for in terms of like other games. So like they enjoyed Arknight's Infield's combat system, but they didn't enjoy it in NCE. So they stopped playing the game because they didn't enjoy the combat aspect. You know, and you know, like I said, the story before, some people don't like talking to us, so they quit the game. You know, some people don't enjoy the fact that, I mean, yeah, just anything else really, like the AI stuff, right? I feel like all that is very normal. It's very, very, very normal. Oh, the character designs might not be up to their par, like what they want out of characters. It's very normal. The male character treatment. These are very normal, very valid reasons to stop playing a game, right? Everyone's entitled to their own reasoning. And so like I said before, like you should never feel like you're married to a game. You know what I mean? Or you have to like be loyal to a game. You can play it whenever, you can drop it whenever you want. Because we have so many options right now. We're getting more options, right? We got Silver Palace. We got Anata coming out. Like, we have so many games. Like, at the end of the day, like, even people like me, right? Content creators like me, we're just going to start making videos on multiple games at once. Like, you bet when Anata comes out, I'm going to be making videos on Anata at the same time. It's the same demographic, same type of game, really. Just that game will probably be more fun. Because it's going to take everything this game does, we'll probably do it better, to be honest. Minus, like, the combat being an acquired taste, really, right? And I feel like the designs in that, like, character designs in that game are not that strong right now. I don't feel like they're that strong right... What the freak? What the heck? What was that? I've never had that. Okay. I've been over 100+ reroll counts. That has never happened to me. What in the world? Okay. Oh, what? Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna... Whatever game interests me. Like, so if Silver Palace comes out, and despite it not having a jump, which I didn't know it has no jump, I am disappointed in that. But as long as there's no 50-50, I will gladly play the game. Long term, right? I will gladly play the game long term. I will support any game that has no 50-50 in it. Because I want more games to not have that system. Right? So I will gladly support any game that doesn't have it. So we'll see what happens. And there's like that whole rewinding cadence game, which I'm nervous. And I'm nervous because we have a game that's gonna be really trying to tell a story. Like a gacha game at least that's trying to tell a story. So I am a little bit nervous. Because that means it has to tell a dang near good story. Or it's gonna be criticized into oblivion. Or I guess scrutinize is a better word, right? So we'll see. I just don't know. I like with the live service format, I don't know if I could ever really enjoy it though. Because like, what if the story is so good and I have to wait another 6 weeks before the next installation, right? You're telling me I have to wait another 6 weeks for your next installation? And then like knowing gacha games, right? Like the story could be mid next patch. And there's a Zero Promilia, although I'm sure I can probably figure it out if I want to. Or maybe they didn't even reveal the gacha system for a Zero Promilia. I at least know that's gonna be a very Gooner game. From the looks of it, it's gonna be a very Gooner game. I also just think that it's not like the kind of game I would be interested in personally though. But again, I would try any game that doesn't have 50-50 in it at least. Just because I want to support the developers. Right? So we get more games like that. Well, I don't know, they're already shafting global, right? It makes you question like what's going to happen, because like from my understanding, CN is like big spending, right? So like if they have a game in a primary region where there's big spenders, wait, is it Yostar or is it Manju? I'm so confused. Azure Promilia is Yostar, right? And Yostar is JP, right? I don't freaking know. But anyways, the big money's in CN. And so with CN, I imagine that they want to have a game where they can maximize profits, right? With his gacha systems. So I would imagine that Zero Promilia just has 50-50 in it. I can't imagine it not having a. So I just, because like, again, any game that just sees what Genshin is doing, they're always going to look at Genshin. And then they'll look at Withering Waves and be like, okay, that could be us too. Like, worst case scenario, not worst case scenario, but you know what I mean in terms of like the amount of money it makes. Right? Because Genshin is just like a freaking cash cow. They'll be like, okay, we can strive for that instead. You know what I mean? In terms of like income. Because Withering Waves is still a crazy high earner though. Right? Especially on like PC. But there's just gonna be so many games though, man. There's gonna be so many games. So then things are gonna become a lot more competitive. Because I mean, you can only have so many games on your device. There's already too many now. You can't play every game unless you have the space for it. But yeah, to go back on what was said earlier, you don't have to feel like you're ever really, you know, married to a game and whatnot. Like, I have more of an incentive to like play NCE for the foreseeable future because we're sponsored, right? And then like I just really enjoy the game. You know, I was enjoying the game even though I knew from the jump it wasn't gonna be a super lucrative game for me. You know what I mean? Because like the audience size isn't there right now compared to like other games I've played and made videos on. I just really like the developers, bro, for this game. I like the devs. W devs. The devs for this game are very nice. Also, do I just stay here? I feel like I just stay here and it's gonna pop up in the mail. Like, I know like people give flack to the company, right? But Hada is just, they made a pretty solid game, and it doesn't seem as predatory as other games right now. Right? Like I can't in good faith ever be like appreciative. I can't ever be appreciative of what Genshin Impact gives as a game. Or the same case for Withering Waves. As long as they have, I know I talk about this every stream. I talk about this 24/7. I mention this all the time. You know why? Because I'm so unlucky, okay? Every time I roll in the gacha for those games, I lose 50-50. And I'm constantly reminded of it. I'm constantly reminded of it because I play Zen and Zone Zero still. Like, I still have my reminder every patch, right? That this system is designed for losers like me. Okay? I'm reminded of it every patch because of ZZZ, bro. As long as I still have that game downloaded on my devices, I'm gonna be reminded that, like, this is the reality of any game of this. Like, bro, you would think that these games have some failsafe at some point. Like, you would think that after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses, you're guaranteed to have the next rate up be the rate up. You would think. The only game that exists in is the worst one. Genshin. Ay, ay, ay. Like, you would think after 10 losses, hey, let's just go ahead and give this poor fellow this character this time. Yet they're like, nah, let's not do that. Let's let them suffer, bro. Let's let them suffer. It's like, okay, man, sure. Sure. We like too much. We like having our money. We like having our money over happy customers. I guess I'm not really happy enough. I don't know. Like other players are that are continuing to play the game. And again, like if you are someone who never loses your 50-50, bro, your experience is like the complete opposite of what I'm saying. You love the game. You think the game is great. It's the most generous game ever. Blah blah whatever. You just don't get the reality until you actually start going through what the system is designed to do. And that is cuck you. True for me, the only exception was Wuwa. I got very lucky. Wuwa was free to play. Won so many 50s early. Yeah. And so like sometimes when you play a game, a gacha game, sometimes you stick with the game because you got really lucky in it.
Here to do my job.
So like, I'm not gonna lie. That was me with Stellasora, although Stellasora is not one of those games. Like, okay, I was gonna see if we got Hotori for a second. We didn't get her. It's not one of those games. Like Honkai Star and Zenzone Zero whatnot. But I still got lucky in it, so I kept playing it for a while. I still play it now. To be honest, I'm just curious to see where the game goes. I'm wondering whether or not it's going to EOS. So I'll ride it out like the Halo 2 servers, right? We'll see what happens. But like, I just don't see like myself playing any game with that type of system in the future. Ever. Under any circumstances. But that's just me though. I'm a sore loser, right? I'm a sore loser, and that's my mentality. And like, regardless of if I'm free to play or not, you know what I mean? Even if I'm free to play, it still bothers me. Like, it's just a frustrating feeling. Like that frustration, I just don't get in NC right now. Like, yeah, it would be nice to get more earlies and whatnot. Sure, it'll be amazing to get earlies like all the time. But worst case scenario, I get the character on the banner when I hit pity. And is that really a worst case scenario? You know what I mean? That sounds like what you would want any game. So I'm not ever really upset. Except for the Nanily thing. That's because my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I thought I could take on more than I tried out for. That was very disappointing. Okay, we got a little bit of lag here. Did we get something? Nope. Never mind. I haven't seen Hotori's animation, by the way, for her summoning.
Adler. At your service.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, yeah, but like, okay, back to what you were saying way before, right? So, like, again, I imagine with you know, just any issue that people deem the game has, they're going to stop playing the game. And so, like, again, we were, like, the stream and everything, the content, we were riding off the launch hype. These are real numbers right now, right? And in terms of analytics, these are real numbers at this point. Because, like, the players that were playing the game for the launch were watching content for the launch, right?
Hello,
and so that's normal. So like as a streamer, I gotta like build the stream more organically now, right? I gotta build the stream more organically, and so there's two things, right? The first thing is, unfortunately for me, that means my content style may need to change, whether I want it to or not. Because right now my content style is purely vibes, I guess. I think it's purely vibes, bro. If I'm being real, doesn't it seem like that? I'm pretty much vibes. I feel like talking about this today. I feel like making a video on this today. I feel like yapping about this today. I feel like it's purely vibes, and I don't think that's really gonna fly, unless I'm a drama creator. And I'm not a drama creator. I can't stand really talking about drama. It doesn't really interest me. I also just feel like it makes me so. I have this thing, right? I used to view drama, I would say quite a bit. And for me, I realized like being on Twitter 24/7, like I was years ago, did pretty bad damage to my mental health. And so like I made a pact with myself to never view, like, to not view drama. Just stay away from all the negativity online. And that's like what worked wonders for me, honestly, in terms of mental health. Now I feel like I'm more of a well thought out person, I guess. But then I just realized it's not something I really even enjoy thinking or talking about or looking at anymore. And I can't stand it when I see it. I can still get riled up about something. Right? Like the whole AI thing, I can still, like, you know, talk my mess and whatnot about it. But it doesn't interest me to do it every day, though. It's not an everyday thing, right? It's an occasional thing. Oh, W, bro. Did we get it? Oh, well, wait, I didn't see it. Was that a standard one? Marching beyond time? Oh, I think we got it. W, bro. We got something. Defense ignore. 12%. Dang. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. By the way, this is going to sound so weird. Yo, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Oh my god, I'm not gonna say it, bro. This song, the lyrics in this song that's playing right now. Bro, hold on. The lyrics in this song right now. The lyrics in this song remind me of something. Just like the nice, at least, yeah. W Tudpool. Let me see if I can get the lyrics again. Cause like, it's probably just my brain, but every time I hear this part of the song, my brain just defaults to the worst thing you could imagine. Oh my god. I was like, let me not say that out loud. That's so that's so disturbing. Not like disturbing in a bad way. Just like why do I think these things? Like where am I hearing this? Okay, say the part. I like the song, by the way. The song is groovy. I like it a lot. W, by the way, NC has a W soundtrack. It's not like your orchestrated music like you get in other games. But I like that. I like it a lot. It's not like orchestrated Pokemon music or orchestrated Genshin music, but it's nice though. I like it a lot. Okay, let me see the parts coming up. Okay, it's coming up. The lyrics are very low though. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Oh. Oh my god, bro. Real music popped up, by the way. There was like a freaking arc that popped up and it said real music. Yeah, this is real music, bro. I don't get it. Okay, maybe it's just not meant for you to get. It's fine. It's fine. Because my brain is stupid, dude. My brain is stupid, okay? My brain is stupid. I won't play it again, but you either get it without me saying it, or you don't get it. It is what it is. Just know it's a W song though. It's a W song. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna go make some dinner now and watch some more Soul Eater. I'm at the part now with Soul Eater. We're kind of like, it's kind of like an all or nothing battle. I'm actually excited for it. It's like the first all or nothing battle of Soul Eater. So I'm very excited. You know, like the Avengers Assemble. You know, like let's get it. Let's take down the bad guy moment. I'm excited for it. So we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, I'm gonna go make some dinner. The video should be up. I literally still have not got a response from the sponsor yet. The video should be up momentarily, so look forward to that. We'll have daily streams again. We'll have daily videos. I need to get back into it. We're gonna have the NT live stream. Okay, the NT live stream on Saturday. Yeah? So look forward to that. I'm very excited. First of all, I really like Lacrimosa. Oh my goodness. I like Lacrimosa a lot, right? My favorite character in the game, aside from Nitsa, who is my #1, but she's not in the game. I'm excited for Lacrimosa. Also, she has a really good skin. Can I get out of this? I'm kind of stuck here. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm saving up a bunch of currency. We're gonna go we're gonna spend every single pull on Lacrimosa when she drops on my main account. I don't know. We're probably not gonna do rerolls. Maybe we'll do a few for fun to see what happens. But we're gonna try to get as many copies as we can on my main account. Surely we'll get luckier that time around, right? Surely we'll get luckier. More lucky than we got with Nanalie, because Nanalie was horrible.
What should we do today?
Horrible luck. It is what it is, though. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Good to see you again. Yeah, it was good to see you again, Kuze. Did you get Nanalie S6? I did not even get close. No. I actually chickened out and stopped spending pulls. Because I was like, there's no point. I was like, I'm just going to save everything for Lacrimosa. And like, I'll spend on her rerun if I really care about it later. But since we're sponsored now, I can actually like spin a little bit. So it's kind of nice. So yeah, we'll do that when she comes around, which will be, when does Hotori's banner go away? 14 days, 2 weeks. So 2 weeks left, and then we'll go all in on that banner. So it should be pretty interesting. Excited for it. Sorry to hear that. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I took a gamble and I lost. It is what it is. 100 rerolls is crazy, by the way. I don't recommend doing this at home. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to go watch some anime, make some dinner. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Like I said, I'll be back doing live streams daily and videos daily as well. I don't know what I'm thinking about doing for content, but I'm steering towards doing more like creative content and not just me yapping in front of the camera like I always do. So we'll see what happens. It's just right now, it's just the quickest, easiest content for me to make that feels like it's not super duper low effort, if that makes sense. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.